Yo guys, today I'm going to teach you how to beat RNG in merge tactics. Though RNG is completely unavoidable in the game, there are ways to minimize it, and I'm going to be showing you guys how through some of the games I've played. Also, before we start, about like 90% of you, I think it's a higher percentage, aren't subscribed to me. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So as we get into this first game, I will say the main way of limiting RNG would be to try and avoid making mistakes. You only have so many rounds in a game, so minimizing mistakes will save you your resources, and that way you could spend them on building your team instead of catching up to everyone else's. So we have elixir collector. Wow, we have elixir collector on this game. I look at my opponent, I see as a knight, 2-star, and a barbarian. I'm looking at my shop, I'm thinking which one of these units can beat that, and I said none of them can. So I just take the Mega Knight. Again, observing your opponent's boards is probably one of the best things you could do in merge tactics. Being attentive and making sure what's going on, if your opponent might have assassin, stuff like that, can save you 2, 3, or even more health. But we go ahead and lose that one, but it's okay. I do have a Mega Knight merge in the shop, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that. So I sell my Mega Knight in order to gain a little bit more elixir with a Spirit Empress roll down, and I end up with this board. I look at my opponent's board, I realize I'm pretty sure this could beat them. I take my knight off here, and the reason I take my knight off is so that if he is viewing my board, the opponent I'm going against, he will see that I don't have a knight on the board. Hence, I could place this knight wherever I want at 1 second before the round starts so that he doesn't know where my knight is going to be. It is a small tactic, but sometimes you could end up surprising people. So we go ahead and win that round. So with this build, I think my main idea with this executioner in the shop was to go throwers. Again, I take a look at my opponent's board, as I was saying, be attentive, and yeah, I think we crush it, especially because of this goblin machine. It's in the middle of both of my tank units, and it will survive probably till the end of the round, at least as the last frontline unit. As you can see, my elixir collector is at 5 right now. Playing elixir collector is really up to your own playstyle. Whenever you want to claim it, you could. I find myself just waiting until I have a really dire round or a round that I should probably win. In some cases, you will use it to buy a merge in order to start an elixir snowball. I use it there just to improve my board just a little bit more. And as I was talking about that, I improved my board here to fully 2-star units. I'm just missing a spear goblin, which I haven't ran into at all, by the way. But I know we're going up against rangers, and I knew I lost this one. So here I realize I'm going up against the person who is eliminated already. And when you guys go up against a person that is eliminated already, gather yourself, I think is the best way that I could put it. You're going to win this next round because this player's board is pretty underdeveloped. So you could use this time to block other opponents, especially the one that you think is going to win in the next round. And also build up towards an elixir snowball to catch up if you need to. At this point, I don't think I'm going to win, or I thought this win would be really, really close. Right now, I'm looking at his board because I'm trying to align my executioner up with the Dark Goblin on the other side. I'm looking at his player card or his character card to see how many hexes he could throw. It turns out that a 2-star cannot hit the back row, so as you can see, his axe falls short of the princess. Oh, I think I said Dark Goblin before. I think the main mistake that I made this game was that I didn't take my off round, or the round where I was fighting the eliminated player. I didn't take it seriously enough to where I could make a change on my board that would beat those rangers. I think I tried to roll down very, very fast and unorganized, and I wasn't really thinking about my decisions of, hey, how could I use this elixir smarter? Being mindful of like every decision you make, every buy you make, every sell you make, knowing what the consequences are, is a great way to like avoid making mistakes and making sure that your elixir is going to the best possible cause. As we go into this next game, we're going to get party time, party time. Team size is always 6, and I have a short on this, on how to play this, and my theory on how to play this, and I am going to execute it in front of you guys right now. So I buy this Falcon and I take it off and I put it on the bench again for the surprise tactic of placing it on at 1 second. I realize that I'm not going to win here against a princess and a knight. That's a lot of HP and that's a lot of damage. So I opt to just hopefully kill the knight and just take 2 HP of damage. So my theory with party time is that your board should try and get to 6 as fast as possible. As you can see, I have a bunch of units on the board. I would much rather prefer, especially in these early rounds, as you'll see round 2 and round 3, I would prefer numbers over small synergies. Sheer numbers can overwhelm any unit. I fill out my board and I roll just a little bit more just to see if I could get some higher star levels. And I end up with this board. And as you could see, through me rolling, I already put together the Rangers build, which is the 3 Rangers and then Knight, Valkyrie, and Goblin Machine. I basically already have it on my board, even though I was just trying to get as many characters on the board as I can. When you get those 6 characters on, there's a good chance that a lot of them will be related in trait. So just pushing whatever you could find in your shop during party time will always be a good option. Also, the more troops that you get onto your board, the more chance you have of having a merge in the shop. Right now what I'm doing is looking for a princess. I can't find it currently, but I did put a P.E.K.K.A 2 on, and then I find it in my shop and I sell really quickly for it. And then I decided to put the Valk in the middle just to get value out of it. The Valkyrie does area damage, so the 2 hexes in front of her starting spot will get damaged. And we end up eliminating this guy, and the other guy gets eliminated, so we're in the points. Now in this situation, I just wanted to improve my board, and you'll see me do that through my snowball rolls, or my Spirit Empress rolls here. I think I check his board eventually. Yeah, I see his board. His board is really weak. So I opt to just sit and wait until the next round to see what happens here. This guy does have 8 health, so I know in my mind I'm gonna have to fight him at least twice. And yeah, as you can see, we win this, but like very narrowly. I don't think I expected that. I think I expected to stomp this guy, but... So in this round, I get a merge from Goblin. As you saw, I had 2 Goblins on the bench, because I knew the Goblin trait would give me a 2-cost Goblin. So I have a free merge regardless next round. As you can see, I roll down here, I get a Goblin Machine 3. That was my last roll down, and I realized, hey, I should probably block this. So I grabbed the P.E.K.K.A, and I also blocked the Queen. So yeah, basically here, I hit my units pretty well. I have a 3-star Goblin Machine, 3-star Dark Goblin, and I also blocked his units from getting developed. As you can see, I beat him twice, but he's still not eliminated. So I'm gonna have to block this guy for a 3rd time probably. And I think in my mind, the only thing that would block here was a bandit. So I just rolled in my shop and boom, there it is right there in my shop. If you didn't know, you could block using your shop. So the 3 units in your shop are taken out of the pool and put on your on your screen in your shop. So it means that they're not in the pool. And as you can see, he did 2-star his bandit, but we do still end up winning this. If his bandit or his P.E.K.K.A were to star up there, we are for sure losing that. So make sure to block. That is it for today. I am actually in the top 2k right now for merge tactics and hoping to push for the top 1k soon. So you can watch me stream on YouTube if you want to see more than 2 games. I hope you learned something today and come back for the next one. Subscribe. Bye.